friends, welcome back to the mat. I hope you guys are having a good day, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. I wanted to take a few minutes just to talk to you before we get started for today's practice. Really, this is a practice to relieve some heaviness. So for me, the last few weeks have been super heavy, and when I talk about heavy, one of the things that comes to my mind is like we get up, our day just gets busy, and then we do all of these things. We're constantly running. We're trying to finish this one thing to hurry to the next task, and then we're just rushing through the day. And by the end of the day, we just don't have anything left because we feel so exhausted and so depleted. And so that's kind of where I'm at emotionally and mentally over the last few weeks have been super draining. And so I really would like tonight to be, or today's practice, whichever time you were practicing, to really be soft and gentle. And so this is going to incorporate a little bit of sound bowl or sound bath, and then just some yin postures to really release and let go. So if you have a bolster, you can grab it. If you don't have a bolster, you can always grab a pillow. Again, a blanket, whatever feels good for you. And we're not going to be doing any standing postures. We're not going to be doing any standing forward folds or anything. So again, just a super gentle practice just to release stress and sort of free up your mind. That's something for me. I notice when I start feeling super heavy, I really need some space to cleanse and reset. And so hopefully this practice this evening will do that, not only for me as I lead and guide you, but also for you and whatever you're going through. So if you guys are ready, we're just going to get started. You can lie down, you can sit up. I just want you to find a comfortable space. Going to start adding in just a little bit of sound bowl, and then we're going to start to move. And so I will guide you through all of this from start to finish. So again, take some time to really settle in, to get comfortable, just to allow the body to relax in a still posture. So if you wanted to maybe take a hot shower or grab a hot bath and then come back to this video, you're always welcome to pause it. If it's in the middle of the day or wherever you are, just make sure that you have some time to sort of carry out this softening energy as you move through the rest of your day or your evening. Okay. Again, just close your eyes, and I want you to start to notice your breath. Don't do anything different, don't move, don't shift with the breath, but just bring some awareness to it. Notice as you pull it in through your nose and where your inhale lands. So maybe it's just at the very top of the rib cage, just at the diaphragm. And softly notice as it leaves the body. And again. Maybe you notice it gets a little deeper into the ribs or to the belly. And we're all at such a different space. So give yourself time to not force things, but really allow the breath to get into the body, into this space. The next time you exhale, I want you to soften your face. Allow the scalp to relax. Relaxing the jaw. Allowing the tongue to just rest heavy in your mouth. Relaxing that space between your eyes. throat to soften. With each exhale, relaxing the body a little further. Maybe allowing the breath to get just a bit deeper. Noticing the belly as the breath enters through the diaphragm, the ribs start to gently expand. Breath starts to soften the body. The shoulders start to soften and relax. Chest gets a little heavier. You notice your heart beating in your chest. Starting to allow that calming energy to shift in through the belly, down into the hips, softly feeling it travel through each leg, all the way down to the very bottoms of your feet. I want you to just notice where you are right now. Notice any area of your body that's still holding on to tension. It feels heavy. Maybe your chest still feels a little tight. And instead of forcing that feeling to leave you, I want you just to sit with it for a moment. With each exhale, I want you to fully release your body onto the mat, into this space. Releasing every tiny muscle in your body. Any ounce of tension starts to melt, gently leaving you. You soften through the spine, relaxing each vertebrae on the mat beneath you. Every thought that starts to come into your mind, I want you just to allow it to gently pass through. You're not putting it anywhere. Allow the mind to wander as it wants. associated with what you feel right now. Maybe it's exhaustion. Maybe it's a little deeper than that. A little heavier feeling of releasing and letting go. We often think that crying on the mat or in yoga or when the sound bowls are being played, that we feel bad, that there's something wrong with us. This is actually your body's way of releasing. It's sort of like a built-in self-care for your nervous system. So just allowing your mind and your body and your soul to rest in this space, one breath at a time. Letting the day, the weeks, the heaviness that's collected itself to you slowly start to melt further and further away. And as we gently add in a little yin for this evening's practice, I want your movements to be soft. Remain in that calmness, that heaviness. And when I talk about heaviness in this sense, I don't mean of what you've been carrying. I mean the heaviness of your body, the weight, the release as it rests on the mat. Allow the mat to hold you. Allow this space to hold you. Without any judgment, without any expectation, without wanting anything from you other than your presence. Pausing wherever you are, just taking a moment to notice how the body feels, where your mind is. And if you're not already there, I want you to softly move onto your back. And once you're there, I just want you to take your right knee in towards your chest and extend that left leg long. I want you to find a little bit of softening here. So whether that's tucking your forearm around the knee to let it relax, or the shin, I want you to completely soften. If it feels better to keep your fingers on your shin while it's laced. And then I want you to soften your shoulders. Pull the breath in through the nose and exhale gently as you part the lips. Let that breath out. And again, inhale. And out. Relaxing your shoulders. Relax the head. Everything should be soft. And again, pulling that breath in. Exhaling as you release. Slowly, I want you to start to swap legs. So you're going to take the right leg long, left knee comes in, and again, just being very soft, very mindful of this movement, relaxing, settling in again just for those 3 breaths. So not spending a ton of time here, but softening enough to open the hips. Another breath as you inhale. Maybe rolling that ankle if that feels good. And exhale, let it go. Good. And again, pulling that breath deeply into the body. And softly releasing it out. Good. One more breath. And exhale, let it go. Slowly, I want you to release that left leg. Just going to bend the knees for a moment. Let them rest in as they gently fold in to touch one another. And I just want you to soften. Take another breath. Exhale, release. Good. Slowly, I want you to roll on to either side. It doesn't really matter. But once you get there, I want you to take your bolster and move it in between your legs, taking just a moment, allowing the hips to completely relax. So maybe you rest your head on that arm that's beneath you, giving the hips some extra support here. Whatever feels comfortable to you. And then pause, allowing the body to fully soften into this posture. Just taking a few breaths here to release the body, release the hips. Notice that hip softening all the way through the knee. Notice that foot and ankle are supported as you soften. Good. Gently, we're just going to switch sides. So typically I would just have you roll over softly onto your back and then reposition the bolster again. But I'm going to move just a little bit differently so that I can still be facing you. And again, finding that comfortable space, softening all the way out. And relaxing into that space for just a few moments here, about 30 seconds or so, just to soften and relax. Releasing the jaw, softening through the face, allowing the body to fully release onto the mat, allowing the hips to be supported. Another breath in. And softly release. Good. Last breath here before we shift into child's pose. And slowly you're going to start to shift into child's pose. And I want you to use your bolster here. So allow it to support you. Gently start to come all the way up onto all four. As you place that bolster underneath you, if you want to take a moment here before shifting, I want you to take the hips side to side. Relax the head, relax the neck. And then if it feels good, I want you to add in some cat-cows. Inhale. And exhale as you round. But please understand that if what your body really is asking for is just some rest in this space, you can always go right into that child shape, taking a little more time and attention to what you need. Good. Just a few more. Softening through the elbows. Exhaling as you round. Good. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back to that neutral space. I want you to take the knees wide and sliding that bolster just enough to get a little bit of support. So you can decide where you need to be. If you have a block, and again, this is not required, but you can always rest your forehead on the block if that feels good. If you need a little extra length here. Otherwise, you can just soften onto the bolster, taking one cheek to the bolster as you pause. Got just a few moments here, so softening in. Allowing the shoulders to relax. Allowing everything to just fall heavy as you release your body onto the bolster, onto the mat. And again, just letting whatever thoughts need to pass through your mind. Don't do anything with them. Just allow them to gently flow back and forth. When you're ready, you're just going to take your opposite cheek to the other side. So just moving over to the other side, pausing here. Again, just flowing with that breath, smooth as you inhale and controlled as you exhale. And when you're ready, you just to slowly take your forehead to your bolster for just a few breaths. And then when you're ready, I want you to slowly start to press yourself all the way up, nice and slow. When you get there, if your knees are hurting, you can always just sit on your bottom. But I want you just to take a minute, dropping your chin towards your chest, rolling the neck around just a few times. Maybe one way, and then the other. And then just pausing, noticing the shoulders. Maybe just a few shoulder rolls, nice and slow. As you pull the breath into the body, lift the shoulders up. And exhale, take them down. Good, one more. And soften. Good, and again. Inhale, lift them the opposite direction this time. Bring them forward. Good. And one more. Nice breath in. And exhale. Good, release. Beautiful. As you have your bolster, I want you to gently come off of the knees. And if you are ready, I want you to come all the way down into a Shavasana. So before we get into that, I want you to lay it all the way down, preparing for that. If you want to sit up and it feels better for you to sit up and you want some support for your shoulders, you can always use a bolster like so. Otherwise, I want you to get super comfortable. Maybe you need to pause this video, grab a blanket, whatever you need, but I just want you to come into that space for about a minute or two of just silence. So again, I'm going to play the sound bowls just for a minute to soften you into this space, really wanting you to pull into a restful, peaceful state of being. So whatever else you need to make that possible right now, again, grab that, and then I want you to soften into that space. I will guide you and let you know as we are ready to simply move and close practice. But until then, again, just welcoming in this beautiful, peaceful energy that is light and restorative, that brings our body to a state of peace. I want you to start to pull the breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, gently inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just a few more rounds. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to take a natural breath in. and out. Softening gently. Allowing your body to soften from the very crown of your head to the very tips of your toes. Releasing whatever you need to let go of. To cleanse the mind and our emotional well-being of anything that no longer serves. Resting. Shavasana. Softly, I want you to start to deepen the breath, your next inhale. If you need to stay and you want to just end this video, you're welcome to do that right now. Stay as long as you need. If you are closing out this video with me, I want you to start to gently move your fingers and your toes as the breath starts to deepen into your belly. And then when you're ready, I just want you to bring a hand to your heart. You can bring them together in prayer, or you can cover them over your heart for just a moment. And I want you just to take a deep breath all the way in, filling the body, the lungs up with that calming energy. And exhale, let it go. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Softly bring the hands together, gently bowing the head, or wherever you are, just taking a moment of gratitude for this practice. Noticing the body and how it feels, and welcoming in that beautiful, peaceful state. It is always such an honor to be in this space, to practice, to learn, and more importantly, to grow here together. It's always such an honor. Namaste. Okay, friends, thank you so much for joining me for that practice. If you like this video, please feel free to drop a comment or give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys again soon on the mat.